As ever, we'd like to hear your thoughts, observations and genuine prejudices. Texts and emails to the usual places. Jonathan and Eddie are here, armed with New Year resolutions. Jonathan, New Year's resolution?
I was going to enjoy myself a bit more, actually.
Didn't you do that last year?
Impossible.
No, I'm just, you know, on the rugby front, I just hope that common sense will prevail, and it's all about quality, not quantity.
Fewer matches.
Few matches, fewer teams.
Ed?
Oh, I just hope in July all the players and coaches say they're looking forward to next season.
Be a change?
Well, it'll be a change this year.
And of course the World Cup. I hope that you know, Wales do particularly well in the World Cup, and aim for a quarter-final tussle with England in Brisbane. So that would be fantastic.
With a Grand Slam under their belt to the Six Nations, that might help.
Something to look forward to.
Huh?
OK, Neath and Cardiff have both resolved to become the first Welsh club to reach the final of the Celtic League. But there could only be one winner when they met in last night's semi-final at the Knoll.
Better. Stay bound.
Andy Moore gets it away to Lee Jarvis. Tuetti, a lot of movement in midfield. But Cardiff ready for that angle. Not for that one though. Mokalutu is straight through. He's got Gareth Llewellyn with him. Tries to drive his way through Rhys Williams, who bravely stands his ground. But Neath have another chance. Lovely floated past to Durston. Back comes Nick Warren to bring him down in the corner. Yet more possession. Bonner Evans as a scrum half. Duncan Jones there. Adam Jones, the other prop. Gareth Llewellyn. All the Neath players getting in on the action early on. They've got an advantage at the moment. Lee Jarvis with a drop goal attempt. It was wide. It was a shot for nothing though. And they'll have a penalty anyway as Cardiff were offside. Simple kick for Lee Jarvis. And Neath get the first points on the board with 14 minutes played. Richard Smith to Iestyn Harris. There's John Tate out there. There are a few supporting runners. Greg Woods is one of them. He can't gather it, but Shane Williams can. Shane Williams steps inside his man, and another one. Lovely dancing feet and a good offload to Mokalutu. He gets a good pass in as well. Floated out, lovely ball from Gareth Morris to James Story. This is fantastic rugby from Neath. Their ability to offload before contact is brilliant. Mokalutu though takes route one straight down the middle. More again than Dave Tuetti. Can't gather the final pass. Emir Lewis is there, and maybe there's a chance for Cardiff to build. Iestyn Harris had men outside him, but it's a matter of get the ball downfield and relieve the pressure. Shane Williams didn't need Durston. Oh, lovely step again, and he's away. That's a couple of runs in as many minutes from Shane Williams. Looks for the kick forward for Durston, but that's asking too much of him. This is some performance from Neath early on.
Engage.
Here comes the drive, and that's disruptive ball. Smith is in trouble. Iestyn Harris is in even more trouble on his own try line. Has to minor it and concede a scrum 5. What a position for Neath to attack. Nathan Bonner Evans controls it at the base of the scrum. It's wheeled round in his favour. He goes charging forward, reaches out and gets there. At last the Neath try has come. All that pressure has been turned into points. Nathan Bonner Evans' try. It is head in your hands time for Cardiff.
Open hold. Engage.
The Neath scrum has been so dominant. We're looking for a repeat dose of the earlier try by Nathan Bonner Evans. He's the one controlling once again. Heave, say the crowd. There goes Bonner Evans. This time Richard Smith. Martin Williams, Iestyn Harris just about bring him down. Lee Jarvis to Dave Tuetti. Tuetti has made it a second for Neath. Just before half-time, the gap is building with Dave Tuetti's second try for Neath. well worked angle and just near the foot of the post. Good line-out ball from Haino Senecal. Martin Williams to Craig Morgan, puts it straight on that left foot of his. Not the best kick, but it's bounced fortunately for Richard Smith. And Neath are caught napping, and Richard Smith keeps Cardiff's hopes alive. Oh, that's a tremendous conversion from Iestyn Harris. And Cardiff are suddenly back in the frame.
He is now, yep.
Lee Jarvis looking for distance down that far touchline. It's still in field though. A chance for Rhys Williams to counter. Jarvis takes it well and gets rid of it to Adrian Durston. Lovely step from Durston. And finding support from Shane Williams. Williams motoring over halfway. Lovely little kick down to the 22. Morgan can't gather. It's loose. Neath piling on the pressure, but Cardiff have just about got back there. Richard Smith getting in the clearance kick. But again, Shane Williams showing how dangerous he is. Harry Williams finding Steve Tandy that time. Tandy's had a great game, as have all the Neath forwards. They're looking for the drive this time. It's there, it's concerted. Not too many Cardiff defenders. Almost up the try line. Down they go though. Andy Moore has a look once, twice. Points has so much time to use. The ball is a bit slow though. Jarvis comes back. Jarvis straight running from him. And Lee Jarvis is over. And against his old club, he will absolutely love that. Jarvis, he's full of confidence. Durston outside John Tate. Durston into the gap. Shane Williams has offered him the inside angle. Durston tries to do it on his own. Wall with a tackle. It could fall for Jarvis. Robinson is back there to save. Cardiff just about hanging on the try line.
No advantage.
Cardiff looking for scraps now. It was a great recovery against Edinburgh, but not this time. And it falls for Steve Tandy. Being tracked down by Morgan. Out to Gareth Morris. Morris keeps the pressure on with a hack into the 22. Craig Morgan is the one back there for Cardiff. Nicely done, up and down in one movement. Hauled down by Steve Tandy. Rhys Williams taken by Barry Williams. And Durston has stolen it. Duncan Jones up there. And the skipper, Gareth Llewellyn. Back to Duncan Jones again for the corner. And just about bundled out. Well, he'd have deserved a try there. He's been terrific all night. The men are on the right-hand side. Andy Moore straight out to Gareth Morris. That's it. Game, set and match, Neath. They're on the way to the Celtic League final. Can they produce the same challenge against Munster? It's been emphatic against Cardiff. Neath on the way to the Millennium Stadium.
We absolutely destroyed this scrum. This scrum was a non-entity really, and also put them under a fair bit of pressure in the line-up as well. So you know, we took away the set piece, and you know, no centre backs can operate off that.
Moving on to the big stage now at the Millennium Stadium against one of the best teams in European rugby, and it's going to be a huge challenge. We lost at home to them earlier in the year, but we've learned a lot since then, and we've improved a lot since then. And I think if we'd have beaten Cardiff by perhaps 1 or 2 points tonight, then chances of winning against Munster would have been slight. The fact it was an emphatic victory shows that we have got some opportunity, some chance to register a W over Munster, and it's all on the day.
So Neath through, and their opponents had already been decided from Friday night's all-Irish clash in Limerick between Munster and Ulster, where referee Hugh Watkins proved to be a busy man.
Crouch and hold. Engage.
That's a penalty against the Ulster front row from the Welsh referee Hugh Watkins for taking it down, and the man he selected has been the Ulster hooker Matt Sexton, and this should give Ronan O'Gara a fairly straightforward 3 points. Solid contact. Well, the flags go up and the crowd will tell you that Ronan O'Gara has been successful. Munster scrummage coming up to 9 minutes played. Munster still leading. Free kick against Ulster. There goes Anthony Foley. Not sure that Ulster were back to 10 metres. That's well left by Foley. Stringer has a pop himself. And there's an accidental offside there. And the fisticuffs break out. Now, we don't want to see this at all. Well, Marcus Horan is trying to get him some retribution. Referee's going to have to sort this out. Justin Fitzpatrick has stumped his former international colleague, Anthony Foley.
Away, please! Away!
After the whistle had blown, number one here continued to throw punches. It is unacceptable and it is a red card offence.
In goes Stringer, O'Gara. That's cleverly done wide. Jason Holland. Across comes the Ulster cover. That was a terrific piece of defensive tackling. Still there for Munster. Williams, the skipper, runs into Jeremy Davidson. Referee, I think, may well have given the penalty to Munster, but playing advantage, O'Gara. John Hayes, with 19 scorers, made it. Terrific score by the man they call the Bull. Plays his club rugby here with the Shannon Club, and big John Hayes has forced his way over for his second try of the season. Lovely footwork by Sheehan, and then by big Paul O'Connell. Look at the pace for the second row. Neil Doak has to come back and drag him down. O'Connell has made some 45 metres with that run. Stringer, right option, Holland. Quinlan has to give it. Offload to Foley for the corner. Quinlan again on the return. Referee gives a try. Well set up by Mullins. Once again, O'Gara threads it through. And again, Cunningham is well positioned. Trying to his opposite number, Staunton. Here comes Staunton. Well taken by Cunningham. Staunton gets the ball there. This is Kelly's a great chance now for Munster. Quinlan looks to be in front of him. Kelly going himself. Kelly may go all the way to the line. Kelly's made it. Referee getting in the way slightly. Jeremy Davidson. That's better by Ulster. Doak cleverly on the narrow side. He needs a bit of help. Oh, Doak's done very well to pick up and continue his run. Good support by Ulster. Humphreys. Jan Cunningham. Great solid red wall in front of him. Davidson comes scattering in. Munster have got themselves offside, and that's a penalty underneath the posts.
Leave it 7, Red, leave it 7.
That's good defence by Ulster, looking for a rare turnover. Well won by Munster. Good change of direction by Holland. Offload to Mike Mullins. Can he get away from Scott Young? He can. Terrific piece of running by Holland. Offload to Mullins, and he is so strong. Ward, McMillan in support. McMillan takes it on. Ulster not too far away. Ward once again. Now Neil Doak. Humphreys, surely he must get in. He has. David Humphreys for Ulster's first try. It's a little bit on the late side. In fact, it's a lot on the late side. But it was well taken by David Humphreys. Here goes Frankie Sheehan. Good offload to Stringer. Away goes Stringer. He needs a little bit of help. He's got it from Killian Keane. He might go himself. Gives it to Keane. Jan Cunningham with the tackle. Keane gets rid of it. Still there for Munster. This is Leamy. Jeremy Staunton. Munster looking to finish with a flourish. Gary Longwell put in a terrific late hit. Stringer. Prendergast. Out wide. It's not Galway. It is Galway. Well, the most popular piece of play of the evening results in the redoubtable Michael Galway getting Munster's 5th try.
Ed, that sending off came early in the game. Do you think it decided the result there, or simply the size of the scoreline?
The size, I think. I think Munster were red-hot favourites, and it's very strange that a lot of judgments were made on Munster after their performance against Gloucester at Kingsholm. Too long in the tooth, the forwards all passed it. I don't think you can say that anymore. I think they've really come on well, and they're playing with an intensity now. That same intensity which took them to 2 European Cup finals, so it'll be a massive challenge for Neath.
Poor old David Humphries, the Ulster fly-half, seemed pretty unhappy with that.
Yeah, I think there's a Munster linesman on that side, so you know, he said get him off, and that was the turning point of the whole match. But
neutral touch judges.
Yeah, but in saying that, no, I agree with Ed. I was there for the Munster Gloucester game, and everyone wrote them off. But as soon as that game was over, they can't wait for Gloucester to go down there, and it'll be good preparation for the Celtic final, because a week or a fortnight after that, they come to Cardiff against Neath, and as Lynn said, it's going to be a huge game for Neath. But with a Neath pack playing as they are, you know, they're in with a shout, but they've got to, you know, make the most of their opportunity. They can't waste anything against Munster.
I think that's absolutely right. And Lynn said we've improved a lot since then. It really is true. They're still liable to the odd lapse, but when they're in prime nick, the Neath forwards are great. And the front row in particular, such a day yesterday for Adam Jones, Barry Williams and Duncan Jones. Here they are. This is the coal face. This is where the hard work has to be done. 2 disrupted scrums on the Cardiff put-in lead directly to 2 Neath tries. It really shows the importance of scrummaging. You know, we talk about line-outs being dominant, but off they go again. Massive pressure on the Cardiff front 5. And look, Nathan Bonner-Evans isn't even down, so it's a 7-man Neath show on the Cardiff 7, because their hooker's involved. But here's Duncan Jones. This is now bonus work. This is his mobility and his pace, driving Martin Williams back over the advantage line. So they do the donkey work, and then they have all the fitness and energy to do this sort of work. This is late on in the game. You see Steve Tandy and Gareth Morris have charged downfield. It's the next tier that's all important. Barry Williams from the front row, he's first there. And there's Duncan Jones, he's arrived, so he strips the ball, and then he's still on hand to take the return pass from Gareth Llewellyn. It's great fitness. It's really good to see front row forwards playing like this. Adam Jones, a spin pass, an extra skill from a front row forward. Duncan Jones, knees pumping earlier in the game. It's powerful, it's fast, it's skillful. It's great to see, and that's what gives Neath heart when it comes to playing Munster.
They look good, Jonathan, but did Cardiff make them look good?
Not really, because I just felt that Neath absolutely blew them away in the first half. They should have been, you know, way in front with the game over. But as I said, they created overlaps through their ferocious forward play, you know, but they wasted them. I just got a couple of examples. If you just watch this one, it's another drive from the forwards. Look at that, the defence doesn't know where it is. Lee Jarvis should straighten up and take him out. Then the second man takes the defender, and the third one takes the last defender. Then you've got a 2-on-1, and I don't care how quickly Williams is there, 2-on-1 basic skills. What happens? He throws a missed pass, and the defence just drifts over. You can't throw missed passes when you've got overlaps. It's got to be, you know, take a man up. And again, look, in the first half again, men on the left-hand side, stop it there. He's just got to go forward and feed 1, 2, again against 1. What happens? Inside ball, into the covering defence. They wasted about 4 or 5 opportunities in the first half, and they're clear-cut opportunities, looking for the inside ball, rushing things. I'm sure Lynn will work on that, you know, get the width and just hit the ball at a flatter angle, because against Munster they won't have that domination up front. There'll be a few chances which they will have to take, but I think they've got a great chance. Cardiff, whole of Neath will go and watch them. I hope whole of Wales go and watch and support Neath against Munster, because they will, the Munster will come over in their thousands. And I think we should all support Neath, and, you know, fingers crossed.
Lynn Jones said, Ed, before that semi, he didn't feel either Neath or Cardiff could beat Munster.
Well, I think that's pure Lynn, isn't it? It's brilliant. You know, it's just what you need. Play it all down, but he'll be pumping them up for this. You know, the Celtic League, I think, comes of age this year, because it's not just one country providing the 2 finalists. It's cross-border. Yeah. It's going to be massive. It's as, you know, it is maybe a step down from the Heineken Cup, but not by much.
Yeah, it won't be. But also on that note, you know, the game that Munster beat Neath and Knoll at the start of the season, that will spur Neath on. They played well, but made silly errors in losing the ball. It won't happen this time.
Okay. So that was the Celtic League finalists decided then. Neath will meet Munster at the Millennium Stadium on February the 1st.